Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
A nearly 5-hour standoff between a Wisconsin man and police ended peacefully this afternoon after shots were fired at a Grand Forks motel this morning. Good evening and thanks for joining us. Chance Jacobson was taken into custody and charged with 2 felony counts of reckless endangerment and terrorizing. Additional charges may be filed. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson was on the scene and shows us what happened.
Police, the SWAT team, and negotiators converged on the Budget Inn Express Motel. It's the site of the former Westward Ho along Gateway Drive. This all started just before 8 o'clock this morning. Hotel management reported to police that the subject was barricaded inside his room, armed, and appeared suicidal. Management also says the male had been staying in that room for a couple of months.
The individual has barricaded himself in a room, has demonstrated that he is armed by firing a few rounds within that room.
Lieutenant Zimmel says those shots were not aimed at police. The motel was evacuated except for several people in rooms close to the suspect's room, including Joseph Bruce's 3 children, ages 16, 14, and 12, who were alone in their room and told to shelter in place by police.
They're hiding in the bathroom, she said, and they're just waiting for everything to be done with. So I keep calling them and checking in with them. They're doing good.
Did they hear the shots?
Yeah, they heard the shots. I don't know what they said about them, but they heard them.
At 11:35 a.m., police set off a thunderous flashbang grenade outside the suspect, Chance Jacobson's room. At noon, Jacobson began talking and cooperating with negotiators. At 12:30 p.m., police set off another flashbang grenade, and 15 minutes later, Jacobson surrendered without incident.
Yes, he is in police custody at this time, has exited the room. I don't have any word on injuries, but I don't have any reason to believe that he is injured at this time.
As Chance Jacobson was driven away to police headquarters for booking, the children, along with several other people who had been told to shelter in place, were able to safely walk away from this incident that could have ended badly for everyone involved. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Lieutenant Zimmel wasn't able to comment on whether the suspect may have been under the influence of alcohol or drugs at the time of the incident. We have some new developments on the death of Miss North Dakota USA 2003. We're learning that Samantha Edwards was discovered non-responsive by a friend inside a home yesterday morning. A police report says there was no obvious sign of trauma, but does not say whether it was a natural death. Edwards has lived in Fargo and also attended the University of North Dakota. Her cause of death is unknown, but an autopsy is planned. Authorities are searching for this missing teenager who was last seen on June 5th. Jordan Krolak was last seen in the Bemidji area wearing black pants and a white and gray shirt. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Marshall County Sheriff's Office or the Bemidji Police Department. The body of a 2-year-old boy pulled into a lagoon by an alligator near a Walt Disney World hotel has been found. Officials say divers recovered the toddler's body completely intact. A spokesman from the Florida Fish and Wildlife says they have captured and euthanized 5 alligators so far. He says they'll work to ensure they have the correct alligator responsible. Officials believe the boy drowned, but an autopsy will have to confirm that. 2 deadly hit-and-run situations in the same county in less than a week. Law enforcement is left searching for answers, and the victims' families are left devastated. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has the latest on these investigations from the Minnesota State Patrol.
Last Friday, 10-year-old Kaylin Donovan, a young girl from Lake Park, Minnesota, was struck and killed near Mille Lacs Lake. That same day, 85-year-old Margaret Ann Johnson was found dead next to her mailbox, and state troopers say the driver may not have even known they hit her.
On rare occasion, the person may not know that they were involved in a crash. In some occasions, people make really poor decisions while behind the wheel. They get scared and they leave.
Is it possible for somebody to be involved in the crash and not know? It's very possible in a hit and run, especially with all the distractions that we see going on. I've talked about that time and time again, just the epidemic of distracted driving for people not paying attention.
Sergeant Jesse Graybo says right now, investigators have more questions than answers. He says it could have been a car's side mirror that killed the woman and young girl, or maybe someone towing a trailer just drifted too far off the shoulder and clipped one of the two.
You need to be vigilant, alert for yourself as a pedestrian. I mean, I go for walks, I run alongside the road, I ride bike. I just assume that people can't see me a lot of the times.
His best advice, just give as much space as you can between yourself and the roadway. And if you're driving, just put the distractions down. In the meantime, officials urge you to come forward if you know anything about what happened last Friday. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
We have a link with more information from the Minnesota State Patrol on our website. Just search for this story at valleynewslive.com. After a cloudy day with a little drizzle, we saw sunshine. Will the quiet weather stick around? Let's find out if it's true or not. Here's Justin.
And thank you, Andrea, and good evening, everybody. Yeah, we saw some rain showers during the overnight period, and then mostly cloudy skies turned partly cloudy as it went through the afternoon, and it was a little cooler out there than it has been. 77 right now at Fargo and down toward Watertown, 75 Devils Lake, and a 78 at Jamestown, with Bemidji only at 62 degrees right now. We have a light breeze out there, mainly from the north, between 10 and 20 miles per hour. That northerly wind is keeping the temperatures down out there. We are relatively quiet in terms of rain shower activity. Just a few rain showers just moving into the Bemidji area and points off to the east, but the bulk of the moisture now moving into portions of central Wisconsin, where they are actually seeing some more severe weather. Not for us, though. We're going to remain quiet as we go through the rest of the evening. We got mainly sunny skies, temperatures falling to near 70 by around 9 p.m. and then back into the lower 60s by midnight, as we will see the continuation of the clearing trend. Now, we're going to be quiet for tomorrow. We're watching more storms for the weekend. We'll have that a little later on in the newscast. Now, let's send it out to Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. He's at the Backyard Barbecue.
Thanks so much, Justin. We are here in North Fargo with this week's lucky winner of the Cashwise Backyard Barbecue. It's Carol Fairfield. Carol, where'd you sign up?
13th Avenue, Cashwise.
Very good. Now that we got the tough questions out of the way, what did they bring for you tonight?
Steaks and hot dogs and watermelon.
Watermelon. Oh, you've got a huge rowdy crowd here. Who are all these folks?
Family and neighbors.
Well, and I understand you invited your husband.
Yes, I did.
All right, it's coming up on a pretty big anniversary for you folks. Can you tell me about that?
It'll be our 50th anniversary on June 25th.
Wow, congratulations, and we're here to celebrate with you with our friends from Cashwise, and we'll check in with Cashwise here in just a second. Big weekend, Father's Day weekend coming up. I'm sure they have something for you, but for now, Andrew, we'll toss it back to the studio for a little bit more news.
All right, thanks so much, Hutch. Today, Fargo businessman Doug Burgum launched his campaign plans into action. Last night, he won the GOP nomination for governor of North Dakota. At a press conference today, Burgum did not go into detail about his plans if elected, saying he wants to focus on winning the election. Burgum defeated Attorney General Wayne Stenjum with 59% of the vote. Burgum said he spoke with fellow Republicans, Governor Jack Dalrymple and Kevin Cramer, to prepare for the general election.
This is a chance for us to start, building relationships across the party with the legislators to make sure that we can be effective if we get a chance to serve the people of North Dakota.
Burgum will go up against Rolla Representative Marvin Nelson. When it comes to best states for veterans to retire, North Dakota ranks pretty high. That's according to a new report by WalletHub.com, a personal finance site. The report looked at 20 different factors: quality of life issues like weather and access to arts and leisure, access to VA facilities and the number of doctors per capita, and economics, cost of living and housing, and of course, the state tax on military pensions.
North Dakota is one of the few states that fully taxes a military pension, but it tries to make up for that in various ways. First of all, there are a lot of VA health facilities to go around. There's also a large number of either military bases or installations. Being in close proximity to them really helps out, especially trying to figure out what benefits you're entitled to during retirement.
We have the full report online. To read it, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. A shot in the arm for veterans today from some fellow vets. The Fargo VFW handed over a check for $13,000 to the VA. It's money they raised through their adult Pinewood Derby. This is the 4th year of the fundraiser. The money has been used in the past to cover the cost of some special chairs the VA says are important for patient treatment and recovery. In tonight's consumer news, chomp down on this. Combos snacks have joined the growing list of recalled products that may contain an undeclared amount of peanut residue. This stems from a previous recall by its flour supplier. The recall covers certain varieties and limited production dates of Combo's cracker snacks and Combo's pretzel snacks. People with severe peanut allergies should not eat the snacks. Consumers can return the Combo's products to the store where purchased for a full refund. Your mouth will be watering for some of the delicious creations local restaurants are making Thursday evening. The third annual Burgers, Bourbon, and Beer Festival is tomorrow night. Fargo Monthly has pulled together 10 local restaurants to grill up burgers along with beer samples from Drecker Brewing Company. The event was started to encourage people to support local businesses.
Great music, great beer, everything that Fargo has to offer in the summer. We wanted this outdoor festival. We wanted people to stay in town, We love the lakes too, but we want people to realize that there are plenty of things to do in town here.
To get tickets before they sell out, we have a link at valleynewslive.com. Just click on the hot button.